Casual Dresser here on what is an exciting day. It is my first review of an independent online retailer, and we're going to start with one of the biggies. We're going to look at Matt's Island. Before we look at the review, I don't want to presume that people automatically know who these companies are, so I thought it'd be nice just to share some details. Here is the Matt's Island Instagram, website and YouTube link, and I fired a few questions to Matt to help the audience understand where his business came from. The first question I've got for you is, where did the name Matt's Island come from?
The name Matt's Island came from a friend of mine at university when I was studying in Bath at uni. I was already selling at this point, but I didn't have a name for my business. I was just selling on Depop under my actual name. And then, one of my mates just said Matt's Island, and it stuck from there. I took that name, and I hope he doesn't sue me for it if I ever become really rich.
What year did your company start up?
What year did I start Matt's Island? Well, I've been selling casual clothing for maybe 8 years now. I became an established business, registered my business in 2016, so 5 years ago. And it's been going well ever since.
What got you into selling and buying second-hand casual wear?
What got me into buying and selling casual wear? Well, I've always been a football fan for the majority of my life, so I've always been aware of the casual culture. One of my mates back in sixth form, so 8 years ago or something, bought a Stone Island tracksuit, and I just really liked it. And from there, I searched for one for myself, didn't find a tracksuit. I didn't have enough money for the whole tracksuit at that point. I just bought a cheap wool jumper off eBay or something like that. And wore it for a bit and then sold it, realised I could make money on it. And it just spiraled from there. I started with a loan. I asked my parents for a small loan of £200, and literally, £200, and it's become what it has today. Last year I took in $250,000. It's actually mad. It's mad to think where it's come from, where it started, and man, I love what I do. Absolutely love it.
So as this is the first review and there are many more to come on many more companies, I'm going to just go through the points that I will be looking at. So number one, I will be looking at the website. We'll look at how well it's organised, how easy it is to navigate. Number two, we'll be looking at the price of the actual items. Are they good value for money? And I'm going to come back to this in more detail later. Number three, we'll look at the delivery process. How quick are we getting these items to our doors? And what the return policy is for the particular company. Number four, and one of the most important, is the product. We want to be receiving quality products from these companies, so we'll be looking at that in much more detail. And number five, and often something which is overlooked, we will be looking at the customer care. Are we getting our questions answered, and are the companies going above and beyond for their customers? In total, it's 5 aspects of the review, and it will make a total of 50 marks available for each company. Okay, without further ado, let's look at point 1, which is the media of these companies. We're going to look at websites, we're going to look at possible Instagrams and YouTubes. Now, I am somewhat of a person with a phobia towards technology, so I'd expect these companies to be producing clear and crisp, easy to navigate websites and Instagrams. So if we were to head across now to Matt's Instagram, we'll see that he's got a huge number of followers already. And on his Insta, he has a number of different elements. He has still pictures of items that he's got for sale with prices and sizes. And he's also got video clips not only of items and collections that he's got coming in, but also to previous drops and things that he's put on his website. Now, mainly he's got Stone Island on there, but he's got lots of other makes if you ever want to look through that. You'll see here that he will buy your items. If you send him a direct message, he will buy your items off you. And he also offers a 10% deposit down to hold an item for 3 weeks. But what got me most was this drop. Every Sunday he produces a drop. I was excited about that, so I head over to the video and here he is. So he's showing the items that are going to drop on the Sunday. I didn't want to look like a polar bear, so I gave the Sherpa CP a miss. But what comes up next is the one that interests me the most. I had my eye on a Shadow Project jacket.
This one here is a Shadow Project Bavita T jacket. I think this was 2008 or 9. Very nice jacket in a double XL, fits more like an XL.
It's a good review. He shows you aspects of the jacket, talks to us about sizing, the price that he's going to have it up for. And I actually got a little bit excited. I thought, yep, I'm going to go for this jacket on the Sunday. It's a nice feature of his Instagram. So let's head across to the main website itself. On arriving on the website, you'll see that it's quite easy on the eye. At the top, we've got free UK delivery. We'll look at that more very shortly. And you'll see that he's got pictures of items that are up for sale. Obviously, we've got the newer items near the top, and these are the ones that he showed in the video on Sunday. You'll notice they're sold out, and you'll notice the Shadow Projects are sold out. I was the fastest fingers Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. I got the jacket. Here are some of the other items that he has for sale on his website, and it's all really easy to navigate. When looking through products, I think it's quite important that you can navigate them quite quickly. So we've got a choice of ranking these items from cheapest to most expensive, or we can just, without the spelling mistakes, type in Stone Island, something I was looking for, and up pop all the items that are made by Stone Island. A nice feature of the site there. Looking at payment methods, he accepts a number of different options. We've got card options, we've got Apple Pay, we've got Google Pay, and probably the most important, we've got PayPal. Without PayPal now, a lot of websites would struggle. It's my preferred option of buying everything at the moment, PayPal. So if you want to navigate and find the item that I actually did purchase, we're going to go to newly uploaded and you'll see it is sat there. So here is the product itself. So the nice clear pictures. They've obviously spent a bit of money to take pictures in a studio. Clear. You can even zoom in on the items, which is a nice feature that some of the main dealers use. Plenty of pictures to look through as well. That's always a good idea to spot any flaws. We'll see here the item actually looks in good condition. And he's noted that there are some marks inside on the bottom hem. You can see some of the measurements on screen and some of the major talking points about the jacket itself. So after purchasing the jacket, I got an automated email straight away to say your order has been placed. That was on the Sunday, and then on the Monday I received an email from Matt's Island just asking if I had noticed that the inner had been taken out of the Shadow Project that I bought. It's this attention to detail and checking with the customers that really impressed me with Matt's Island here. It would have been quite easy to send the package out and had something gone wrong with it, taken the refund in. But he did speak to me before the item had been sent. I was still happy with purchasing the jacket at that price. And it goes a long way for a customer to know that the store are actually looking out for its customers. So, delivery times. This is a bit of a contentious issue on this site, and I have posed a question to Matt's Island, and they are sending a response through. My issue was that when it came to checkout of the jacket, we had first class, which was free delivery, and we had special where we'd pay the extra. I clicked on first class just to see if this jacket would actually be sent out as a first class item, even though it's worth £300. The item I received came the very next day. So on the Monday it was packaged and I received the item on Tuesday. It came, as you can see, in one of the parcel bags, and I was very impressed with how quickly I got the item. My issue is, if that jacket went missing, who would be expected to pay the difference in the money that was lost? Would Matt's Island pay the £300 if the item got lost in transit, or would I be expected to pay? Now, I feel that because I paid through PayPal Goods, that I actually would get the money back. Let's see what Matt's Island's response was.
You mentioned the postage, the delivery cost aspect of the business. You bought a £300 jacket and you selected the free delivery option. So it was sent first class signed for, and you said that you would have thought that it would be sent special delivery. I understand why you'd think that, why you'd hope so. But pretty much you were basically like just under the, I send anything that's like £350 upwards special delivery, regardless if people pay for the next day delivery or not. So yeah, you were pretty much just under that threshold. From my experience, Royal Mail first class signed for is fantastic. I've posted maybe 2,000 items in these 8 years, and I think I've had 2 items go missing. So yeah, you also asked like if something were to go missing. Obviously, first class signed for, that only has insurance up to £50. That would fall on me. I would never expect the buyer to be out of pocket from the delivery company's mistake. Obviously, it falls on me. So had your item not arrived, then yeah, I would have given you the full refund, and then I would have had to have chased the delivery company up for my £50 refund, and I would have been out of pocket of the £250. But that's a risk I'm willing to take on items under £350, because only 2 items out of maybe 2,000 have gone missing. So yeah, I'm happy to do that.
It returns. I was a little bit confused with the returns, because it said if a return is initiated due to a change of mind about the items, shipping and cost and fees will be deducted from the refund. But it also says that as a small independent business, we currently lack the resources to accept returns based on sizing or a change of mind. I'm going to fire that question across to Matt's Island just to say, if I didn't like the item, could I send it back?
In regards to your order, you had a couple questions about the return process. What if you were to want to return? So, well, it's by the law that I have to accept a return. So I would never deny anybody a return unless they've messed up the item themselves, and then they want to return it because they've messed up the item. But yeah, if it's just a change of mind and it doesn't fit how you wanted it to fit kind of thing, then I would accept a return, but the postage costs would be paid by the buyer themselves. But if there's something not as described on the item, maybe a flaw that I missed, something of the sort, and they weren't happy with the condition, then I would accept a return and I'd pay for the postage costs, etc. Obviously, because it was my fault. So yeah, I'd be happy to do that.
So I received the product, and as you can see from the pictures and video, it is a stunner. It pretty much looks exactly like it was on the website. There are the occasional few marks inside the hem. The inner lining had been removed. You couldn't tell. And everything that I saw on the website, I saw in front of me in person. The customer service shown in the buying of this item was very good. We've got to remember that a lot of these companies are a one-man team, so they can only do one job at a time. They may be dropping items off, taking videos for their Instagram or YouTube, and also trying to reply to customer like me, sending emails to them. They did very well in this case. I was particularly impressed with how quickly the item was sent out. I was particularly impressed with the eye for detail in emailing me to talk about the flaws in the jacket and making sure I was happy with it before they sent out. So I'm looking at my second criteria, pricing. I've left it on purpose till the end of this review. Pricing is a hot topic out there at the moment, especially with resellers. Now, if you're reselling at a shop, you have to buy the items cheaper than what you're selling at. It's a no-brainer. It's the only way you can make a profit. Where you get those items from is up for debate. I don't think you should be getting items from the Facebook pages that other lads are trying to find items on. If you source them directly though, like Matt's Island does on his website, it's up to you what price you put those items up for. Now, I keep a keen eye on the prices on many websites, and I've got to say that Matt's Island is as competitive as any other website. The items that are overpriced will just sit. That is modern day buying and selling. But as you can see, stock sells out within minutes, so it shows that they are competitively priced. Now, I bought my jacket for £300. I could sell that jacket on today for £300. That is not an issue. So, is he reasonably priced? Yes, completely. Which brings me on to sort of an added feature of this video. If we go back to the first ever video I made on fakes and real items, I talked about if you can't afford to buy a real item, then just switch brands. Don't buy fake items. I think this video and looking at websites that provide us with good value for money shows that you don't have to buy fakes. If you were to put £300 into this jacket, buy the jacket, wear it as much as you want, as long as you look after it, you'll sell the jacket on for £300. You won't be at a loss, and with that £300 you can buy another item. The problem comes if you are buying items that are overpriced. That is why this particular section is so important. I would advise lads to buy items that are going to hold the value. So that brings me on to the conclusion and the aspect that lots of people are going to probably fast forward to compare and contrast different sites and different companies that I'm reviewing. We're going to start with criteria 1, which was websites. I will award Matt's Island 8.5 out of 10. His Instagram is definitely on point, shown by his followers. His website was easy to navigate, and he's also got a YouTube channel. So 8.5 out of 10 for the first criteria. So pricing, as we just talked about, I'd have no issue with buying other stuff from Matt's Island's website. I know that whatever I spend on those items, there's a good chance I'm going to get that money back if I sold it on again. So it's almost like wearing the branding for free. I will award him 8.5 out of 10 for the criteria 2. Criteria 3, delivery. I did have my issues with the delivery. It was great to get a response from Matt's Island. It made sense what he said. I also feel that Royal Mail do a fantastic job and hardly any parcels go missing. I just think you can take that element out of it and the worry for the customer as well. I know Matt's Island said they would refund customers, but I don't think there needs to be a doubt there anyway. I think you just special delivery every item and build that delivery cost into the pricing. I'm going to give his company a 7.5 out of 10 on this. The delivery was super fast anyway, but I just think special delivery all the way. Criteria 4, the product. High score here. The jacket was exactly how he described, and it was described very thoroughly. So again, I'm going to give an 8.5 out of 10. And the final aspect, customer service, perhaps the most important. I valued the messages that came back to me regarding my jacket. I was kept in the loop about the whole process. And I also like the way he's gone above and beyond and actually responded to some of my messages to let us know what would have happened in instances if items were lost or if I wanted a refund. So I'm going to give him 9.5 out of 10. It's almost top marks in customer care. So you'll see the total above me here. It's a very, very good score. I'm here to honestly review these websites. I'm not here to pull them apart. I'm here to try and pick out the positive companies and weed out those ones who are not fulfilling the requirements for buying and selling casual wear. So that brings me to the end of another casual dresser video. I'd like to thank Matt's Island for taking part in the review and getting back to me with any questions I had. And I'd like to thank yourselves for watching the video. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And can we try and share this out to some of the other casuals around the world? Because the more subscribers I get, the more content will be coming out. Please also look out for some giveaways. So next month I am going to be giving away some clothing. And you have to be a subscriber to be in with a chance to win. Take care.